Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 170. Wow, what a session. Can we all give each other a big round of applause? Thank you so much. And there are few beautiful faces, handsome faces. They are first timers. We welcome you to this platform. We call this platform a family, actually channel, family platform, where we all elate each other, support each other, encourage each other, listen to each other, and help them become confident speaker, public speaker, or communicator. Here you speak for 1 to 2 minutes, minimum 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes, 30 seconds, plus minus. You can manage. You have the timer. You can pin the timer, and make sure do not undermine yourself. Do not overjudge yourself. End of the day, we are all human beings. We have a perspective. Everyone around us has a perspective. Here we are not going to win or lose, but give our best and become a better version of our yesterday's version. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, today to support Toastmaster Umar Farooq, we have Naveed Siddiqui, who is going to uh, manage our time for the entire session. Toastmaster Naveed, can we all give him a big hand to explain the timing mechanism? Naveed, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, TM Amjad sir. Well, today is my role of timer, and I will be seeing everyone's timing from my device. And the minimum you have to talk about 1 minute, and maximum you can talk up to 2.5 minutes. So this is all, and over to you, over to Amjad sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Umar. Oh, Toastmaster Naveed Siddiqui, really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, today you have to challenge yourself with the topics which are going to be thrown by Toastmaster Umar Farooq. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Umar Farooq to come up on digital podium. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Amjad Ali, for the warm welcome. And today's word of the day is witty. So today's topic will not be witty, huh? Opposite. Just kidding. So it will be interesting, imaginative kind of topics, questions. So I will be inviting you to think about it. So what to come up with the answer. So we have Dr. Farida with us. Dr. Farida, your topic is, if you could rename yourself, what name would you pick and why? If you could rename yourself, what name you would pick and why? Dr. Farida.
A very good evening to my global impromptu family members. Name is a word with which we identify a person. So my name is Farida. That is my name. And I personally love my name. So I would not like to rename myself by any other name. The reason being is, when I was born, my aunt wanted to name me Parveen. I don't know whether I should share this or not, but I'm going to anyways. Two hoots to anybody. My grandfather had 4 wives. His first 2 wives passed away. His third wife, her name was Farida. She sought divorce, and my grandfather hated the name Farida. His 4th wife was, however, Sugra, and my grandfather had 14 children out of his 4th wife, and they settled in Colombo, and they stayed there for more than a century, I think. They have been there since centuries. So this is how the history went back. So when I was born, my aunt wanted to name me Parveen, but my mom herself, she wanted to name me Farida because she had a very fondness for this name. The word Farida means unique, something which cannot be reached or touched by anybody else. It is at a height. It indicates perfection, or it indicates supremacy over others. This is why my mom wanted me to be named Farida. But however, for the initial few years of my life, whenever I would go to my grandparents' house, I would be called Parveen and I would respond to it. And when I would be at my own home or amongst my friends or the maternal side of my family, I would be called Farida by everybody. This went on till school time came. And then then the clash opened up, because when I got registered in school, I got registered by the name of Farida because that's what my mom did. And then that name stuck to me. During my teenage years, I started rebelling and I wanted to be called just by the name of Farida. I would not respond to anybody who called me by the name of Parveen. And actually speaking, what's in a name? But I personally feel very strongly for it, that there is something in a name. I feel very possessive about my name. I would not like my name to be anything but Farida. And if I would want to be renamed, it should be Farida and nothing else. This is my take for tonight. A very good evening to everybody.
Okay, great. That is an interesting take. Wonderful. So you don't want to change your name? No issues. No issues. So we have Ansh with us. Ansh was the second one.
All right.
Ansh. So your topic is the zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the three members people you want to team in your team? Zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the three people you want to be in your team? I put it in the chat also.
So thank you so much for that, for inviting me and giving me this topic. So I would like to mention one thing. It's not a far-fetched idea nowadays that an apocalypse might occur, and you might be guessing it right. Why? We all have got vaccinated, and to be very true, we don't know how nature will play the game, and I'm assuming in this case, an apocalypse might occur maybe by next decade or so. And if that happens, I would like to pair up myself with three people that I've been naming one by one. So the very first would be, these will also be the people that I want to protect. So considering that also, it would be my father, and second, it will be my. I'm confused between my sister and my mother, since both are important. I want to protect both of them. So I would say I will keep my mother at a safe zone, and I will take my sister along with me. So my sister, my father, me, and I can take one more name. I will probably call a friend of mine, a really dear friend of mine, Akshaya, in this matter, since Akshaya is absolutely a dear friend of mine. She's also present in the meet. So Akshaya, my father, and my sister. I would like to train them first, and then we'll prepare a team. We'll name our team maybe the bomb squad, or maybe the best squad, and we'll be like really prepared for the apocalypse that will happen maybe 10 years down the line. I hope it does not, but if yes, we all should be prepared for it. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster. Omar.
That's interesting. So you're ready for with your suicide squad? Bomb squad. Interesting team. Wonderful. So I wonder what you will be training them for. So next is Sherman sir.
Yes, Mr. Omar.
Sherman sir, your topic is, if you were famous, what would you be famous for? If you were famous, what would you be famous for?
To Mr. Table Topic Master and global to friends, and to famous for my character. Actually, I can say I'm being a father, the boss, or the leader, or the friend of another person, or relative of other. I have to be all these characters for famous. Not like one character, I can say, Soma. And when you are in relatives, you have to be famous with your relatives, doing whatever the help you can do it, you do it, or any jovial things, or when they are celebrating something. Like we have a family of, like my wife has a family of 125 members in their family. It's called Mendes family. The whole the tree of Mendises all connected. So once we have celebrated number of times with this family, and we play cricket, and even the women or the ladies also play cricket and singing, the dancing, lot of things are happening. And likewise with my friends also, I be famous with. I'm trying to do some karaoke singing, and also when you're playing cricket or something like that. I also to be famous for to do, not going behind and go front and do it. Likewise, I'm trying to famous in doing the table topics also with Umar Umar's topics also with the Umar. Anyway, doing all these things, I can improve my spontaneity, or what do you call this, impromptu speaking skills, and with the knowledge, and by participating in this, the famous global improve friends, I can improve my other ideas and knowledge by doing this. Over to you, Mr. Table Topic Master, Mr. Umar.
Interesting reply. I like the part when you talked about me. I don't want to be famous. I want to be notorious. Just kidding. So Akshay is the next one. Wonderful. So, Akshay, since you are an UNS team for zombie apocalypse, so I have a very interesting topic for you. So your topic where is, if you were left on a deserted island with either your worst enemy or no one, which would you choose? If you were left on a deserted island with either your worst enemy or no one, which you would choose and why?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and I'm happy to be here. Actually, it's my first international meet, so kind of excited. So, if I were stuck in a deserted island, I would rather be to myself than have an enemy along with me, because I am more of this introvert person. So I like keeping things to myself, and I would say. So I am this person who the last resort will be to talk to people. So this that's why I am here at Toastmasters. So I knew that at some point of my career I'll have to talk to people, and it has to be unknown people. It need not be people within your friend zone or anything. So that is a prime reason why I actually enrolled for this program. So yes, if I were stuck in an island, I would rather be stuck all alone there. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Umar.
Interesting. So you would like to be alone on a deserted island. Great. The perfect introvert place to be. So we have Chayan with us. Chayan Pant. Chayan Pant, are you there?
Yes, I'm
So
there.
today I'm giving very, very easy topics. So I'm in not a witty mood. So let's see what topic comes for you. Okay. So your topic is, you can have anyone fictional or as your imaginary friend. Who you would choose and why? You can have any fictional or your imaginary friend. Who would you choose and why? I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you so much, Mr. Table Topic Master. Well, since I've been a child, I have been always amazed by the love and the world of comics, like any other child growing up around my generation and even with the current generation. And the first superhero that I came across was Superman. And he lived in everybody's imagination. Everybody wanted to be him. In fact, there were a couple of my friends who actually got his costume and they used to move around with that costume, pretending to be him. So if I have an opportunity of bringing an imaginary person or a fictional person to life, I would probably like to be friends with Superman. And I would like to learn from him that in spite of all his powers, in spite of the way that he's far superior to any human on this earth, how does he remain humble? What is that secret that people can learn from people with such great powers? And of course, there are other superheroes who've said that with great powers come great responsibilities. I see that the character that he had played in the comics just show that he has been selflessly helping people around him, weak, oppressed, sad, people who have been bullied, looked down, trampled down upon, and he's been there as a messiah for them. Maybe if I can learn some of these qualities from Superman, I will probably improve as a human being. Not to be someone who's going to bully people, but someone who can understand how to live with powers. Each one of us has a special power inside them. Some find it, Some take a while to find it, and some spend their entire life without finding it. So I hope to learn from him how to find my special power and how to ensure that I use it for helping people around me and the world at large. What do you think, Mr. Table Topic Master?
That is interesting. We have a Superman's friend with us right now. Great. Imagine. Awesome. Wonderful thoughts, John Pant, and great. We have Jessie ma'am with us. Oh, that is your topic is very, very imaginative. Too much imaginative. Huh? So let's see. Your topic is if a new volcano was formed and the government had an online contest to see what it is named, what name would you submit? I'll repeat. If a new volcano was formed and the government had an online contest, so what name would you submit for it?
Viti, to Toastmaster of the table topic master, my imaginary faculties doesn't work these days. I am in the real world. But given the topic, if a volcano erupts over here, what could be its name? I will have to, Galal is laughing. I will have to think of the name. What could be maybe these are the topics of the small children's. I'm so it's difficult. I can speak on a very spiritual or any other topic. Puneet, what can we name? Delta or Emirati volcano or or what volcano? Vesuvian volcano or I don't know. If it happens here, probably the big number one Emirati volcano, if it happens in the Emirates. But elsewhere, I think they should think of a good name. Let it not happen. We are in a misery of COVID and all these things. Don't pray for sometimes there is a saying, be careful what you say, it might come to pass. So Betty, Toastmaster, don't give things that not to expect such things. Over to you, Toastmaster.
That is interesting. Sometimes very easy topics can be difficult to speak. So there was a very interesting name. You can have Dragon's Hell, Dragon's Fire. So you are talking about volcanoes. I can have a fiery topic name or something interesting. So next is Galal. That's Master Galal. Actually, Master Galal, are you there? You're on mute. Unmute.
I said I have a name for the volcano. It's Imromptu, because whenever you take over, you put us in a volcanic mood. You can't run away from your shadow, but you can invite it to dance. I'll never forget that.
You will not forget it. Huh?
Imromptu.
Okay. And don't be a caterpillar. Huh? Okay, so your topic is, okay, I will give you an easy topic. Not so no issues. So your topic is, would you rather be funniest or smartest person in the room and why? Would you rather be funniest or smartest person in the room and why?
Thank you for the lovely Farouk-rific question, Umar. I would rather be funny because I love to see people smiling. And in fact, I never applied for a job. I used to tell naughty jokes to girls to attract them. And that's what got me into always being invited to work at the radio, the Gazette, getting into advertising and going on television. I'm 77 years old. I won many awards. I'm Mr. Spicy, you know, in tikka, chicken tikka. Another ad got me a worldwide award on advertising, and all the women above 60 are madly in love with me. So I produced those 5,000 pencils that read, I actually met Galal Zaki. And I got the idea from a wonderful guru in Australia. He's Indian, Raj Marwa. And he had a book called Buy This Book. So I bought it. And he was talking about his brother, who was very famous in India as an advertising person. And he had, I actually met, I can't remember the other name, someone, Marwa. So yes, telling jokes, and my mother's jokes were very naughty. Talking about public speaking, I know we're not allowed to talk about sex, politics, or religion, but when Churchill said 3 things matter in a speech: who says it, how he says it, and what he says. And of the 3, the last matters least. But my mother said, a good speech should be like a woman's dress, long enough to cover the subject, but short
Not
enough
enough to create
to be
interest.
interesting. Yes. So I've always been trying. When I met my girlfriend who became my wife, I used to play games with her like traffic. She was wearing a micro skirt, and I put my hand on her thigh and I'd say, this is a car. If you want the car to stop, say red light. So she said, red light. I said, ambulance. And then she said, take me back to the hostel. What do you think I am? Thank you. Back to you, sir.
So you are the funniest in the room, huh? Maybe I'm not sure about the smartest, but funniest you are. So next one, Naveed, you can take in the end. Huh? So you are the timer, so we can put with that towards the end. So Sunita ma'am is there. Sunita ma'am. Sunita ma'am, listen carefully. Huh? If someone came up to you and said, hey, do that thing you do, what thing would pop into your mind first? If someone comes to you and says, hey, do that thing you do, what thing would pop into your Amjad?
Someone came to you and said, you do that thing that you do, what would pop into your head? Okay. Toastmaster Umar Farooq, good evening, and good evening to my fellow Global Impromptu. Trying to come up with a witty answer. I invariably lighten the mood when I go, when I see that people are very serious and too many worries around, then I say something which makes people happy. Maybe not witty, but makes people feel happy about themselves. So that is what maybe people would say when I come into the room. Do something that you normally do to lighten the mood and bring a little bit of joy and take away the sadness in the room. So it's just, being nice to people, complimenting them on something very small, like, you're looking really nice, your shirt is nice, you have a nice smile, that's a nice haircut you have. Small things like that, bring a big change in the room. And sometimes at the end of the day, especially when we come for a Toastmasters meeting after a big day in the traffic jams for which Dubai is notorious, by the time they reach the Toastmasters meeting, everybody is grumpy and angry. And then when you say that, hey, that's a nice shirt, the most unexpected person, suddenly the room lights up for him and the whole mood changes. So I have realized this works a lot, and this is something, so I try to do quite often. And a lot of people have noticed it. So this is what I think most people will tell me to do, the thing that I do best. Over to you, Toastmaster Umar.
Okay, so you lighten up the mood. Great. So that is one thing, that thing will come to your mind first, it's possible. Okay. So next we have Sujit is there. Sujit is there? Yes, he's there.
Yeah, I'm there.
Sujit, your topic is, if you could be any supernatural creature, what would you be and why? If you could be any supernatural creature, what would you be and why? Put it in the chat.
Well, I am not sure like what this supernatural creature means, but take me to the journey, become human being first, and kind of learn a lot of things which still about relationship, uh, about like how to manage people, and like uh, how do you kind of maybe communication. Right now I'm here to learn about communication, so how to make person influence person, how to kind of negotiate with person. So let me learn those skills which I am kind of looking forward to. I'm not very sure of being a creature or kind of like what is being talked about. So that's it from the end. Put it to you.
Yeah, good attempt, Sujit. So next we have Yaksadeva from MI Speaks, one of the best clubs in the world.
Hello.
Yes. So Yaksadeva, your topic is what? Okay, some noise is there. So your answer topic is what drains your spirit, drains your body. What fuels your spirit, fuels your body. What
Can you
drains your?
repeat that?
I'll repeat. What drains your spirit, drains your body. What fuels your spirit, fuels your body. Yaksadev.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar. What drains your, let me just reading it. What drains your spirit, drains your body. What fuels your spirit, fuels your body. It's very true, because our body contains a soul, right? And that's the main ingredient of our body which fuels it up. Now, whatever activities that we that drain it up, it's like, let's take an example of a car. If you don't give all the power to the engine, you can't expect a car to move forward, right? Even if the engine is properly fueled, it is taken care of, maintained, how much ever load you put on the car, it can pull it up. But if the engine is not fueled properly, and you are not taking care of it, and you are not maintaining it, and you are even the knobs, everything is like whatever it's doing, it's going in different directions, then how much ever you put even a slightest of the weight on the car cannot go. The same thing with the body. The soul is the fuel. So we should give a lot of good thoughts to the soul. Now, how do you do that? Now, soul, you cannot directly feed it, right? You cannot say, okay, let's drink some water or let's put some fuel. So soul is mainly covered by the mental, what we have in mind, the spirit, etc. So we should put good thoughts, speak with good people, right? Connect with God, listen to great music, because these are the things that fear us. You see, put a great music, you feel like you can achieve the whole world. But let's say put a sad music, everybody is around. So these are things that you should do. So I had a very great statement from one of run-up, Linda Mary. She said, what context we are in depends on the content we are around. Or so make sure your context is proper here. Everything is there. It's like if I have my specs. If my specs are yellow, everything else is yellow, inside and outside. The same thing. Back to you.
It's wonderful thoughts, Yaksadeva. I agree. What a point of context. Huh? So, context and content. Interesting. Yes. So now we have Ram. Ram, I have a very interesting topic. Yes. So your topic is, what would be your professional wrestling name, and what would be your finishing move? What would be your professional wrestling name, and what would be your finishing move? Ram.
Isn't that the table topic question of the decade? What would be my wrestling name, and what would be my finishing move? Now, you may already know this. The internet is rife with my name. The legends are created from my name. My name is Rambo. True story. Yeah, it's because I have big muscles. I'm sure you can see them right now. These are the biggest muscles you ever seen. And that's because I am world famous wrestler. Now, you're probably thinking, is this world famous wrestler going to tell me the secret of his finishing move? The answer is yes, because I've retired now. I have retired from wrestling. I can tell you the secret of my finishing move. Yeah, it is quite simple. It is the slam dunk. Now, what is the slam dunk you're thinking? First thing you do is you don't slam the other person, you slam yourself onto the mat. Yeah, that's the first thing you do. And then when the other wrestler comes close to you thinking, what's happened? Why did he do this? At which point you move your head up and then you give him a headbutt. It's also called a dunk. At which point the other wrestler falls to the floor. Surprise is on everybody's face, but I am the ultimate winner. I've been winning this technique for over a week now. And I think at this point I'm going to retire, and I'm going to retire with my cup. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, that is interesting. Now I am afraid. I might get slam dunked. So interesting and witty take. So wonderful. So now we have with us Sapna.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Sapna. So your topic is you have your own late night talk show. Who would you invite as your first guest? You have your own late night talk show. Who would you invite as your first guest and why?
First of all, I would like to say thank you for giving me this question of the table topic. And so I would like to call the Toastmaster BP Ram, as I heard that he's having uh, so whenever I'm going to talk, if maybe I'm not able to speak, so maybe he can stand in front of me and to protect me whenever the person throwing with the stone on my face because I'm not good at speaking. So that's the reason I would like to talk to call him as a guest so he can judge me, because I know him. He's a very helpful person, and for me he's a the pillar, strong pillar. Whenever I come here, I just check him, he's here or not here. So definitely I would like to call him. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Wonderful and excellent answer, Sapna. You related to your previous topic from Ram also. Well done. Great effort and great confidence. So, and Dr. Frida wants to invite Tom Cruise. I know. Okay, so next is Jaya ma'am. Jaya ma'am is there.
Yeah, a very good evening, Farooq.
So, Jaya ma'am, your topic is what fictional world or place would you like to visit? What fictional world or place you would like to visit and why? It should be fictional. Huh?
Fictional. That's very tough.
Any place from the fantasy movies and all that you have seen, from that you can choose it.
Well, there are so many. There are so many. Um, I think I would go to all these places in 20 days, right? Um, I would love to go to Alice and Wonderland, Cinderella, um, the Jungle Book, and love to dance with Mr. Balu. That would be nice. Um, Aladdin and the magic carpet. I would love to fly and fly on the carpet and see the entire world. So beautiful. I would love that. Um, and last two places would be, well, definitely the North Pole, the Northern Lights, up in a space. I would love to see. And under the water, dancing with all the fishes. Yeah, these three would be the place I would love to see and I dream of, and I pray it comes true. Over to you.
Interesting. That are very fascinating places and to go. I would like to go to Hogwarts School of Wizardry and also the Middle Earth of Lord of the Rings and the Westeros of the Game of Thrones. They are so amazing places. Great. So next we have who's there? I don't know, lost somebody. Puneet. Puneet, are you there?
Kumar, am I audible and visible?
Yes, Puneet, I have the easiest topic for you. Just-
Thank you so
okay.
much. You always reserve the best topic for me. I know very well.
Okay. Unwinged and naked, sorrow surrenders to a throne called grace. I'll repeat. Unwinged and naked, sorrow surrenders its crown to a throne called grace. So I'll put it in the chat actually.
In the chat once again. You have to put it in the chat. I have to
Yeah.
understand it 10 times. Naveen is the timer, right? I just want to correct. I vividly remember this beautiful anecdote which was shared by an entrepreneur who came to our college for our entrepreneurship club. He said this one thing which I will never forget. Ask and you shall receive. And he was talking from an experience wherein he was involved in a Silicon Valley of India, wherein he was involved in a startup. And he told this one thing about Bangalore people, that Bangalores are the most, what you can call it, demanding people. They are the people who are unapologetic about what they ask. And more importantly, they are naked. They will ask and without any hesitation. Now, I come from Coimbatore, which is very conservative. We are like very shy kind of people. In fact, we are not even allowed to go. Our parents prevent us to go out of our home after 9 o'clock. In fact, I live in that part of city, which is Manchester of South India. Very conservative, extremely conservative. I think that's the right word I would use. And Bangalore, on the other hand, which is brimming with startups, which is brimming with so many people out there. And this entrepreneur who is a serial entrepreneur and he's tried his hands on so many things, told this one advice that when it comes to asking people, don't be hesitant, be naked, and don't think what other people will think about you. Just go and ask about it, and all your sorrow will transform into grace. Because when you go and approach people for help, there are higher chances that people will help you. And we have seen this in our own Toastmasters fraternity when senior leaders come and help each other members. Now, I come from this tier 2, tier 3 city called Coimbatore, where we are like born introverts. I think that's the right word I would use. We are extremely hesitant to ask help from people. But this entrepreneur on one hand told us that be naked, be unapologetic, and ask your questions. Reach out to people because it's only when you ask, you shall receive. That's one message which has been there with me for nearly 5 years, I believe. And friends, I urge you all that if there is any doubt, just reach out. Be unapologetic, be naked, forget what others will think about you. Just go and ask. Ask, and you shall receive. And when in doubt, reach out. Be unapologetic, be naked, and in that way, your sorrow will transform into grace. Back to you, table topic master.
Interesting. Improvised take, actually, I will say. I don't want to be naked. That will be humiliating, non-ethical. Okay, great. So, but it was interesting. You attempted it. The next is Dinisha, our lady from Sri Lanka.
Good
Dinisha ma'am.
evening, Uma. Yeah.
Good evening. Yes. Your topic is if you could choose your dreams, what would you prefer to dream about? If you could choose your dreams, what would you prefer to dream about? Dinisha ma'am.
Thank
I'll
you
put
for
it
the
in chat.
topic. Good evening to you all. What would be my dream? If I could choose my dream, what would be my dream about? If you could choose your dreams, what would you prefer to dream about? Dinisha ma'am.
Dinisha ma'am.
Good evening to you all. Good evening to you all. Dreams. Yeah, we all like to dream, either at night or daytime. We do it time to time. It. So daydreams, we can choose. That's where we, we can choose and uh, but at night the dreams are we have no choice. Maybe those dreams which comes to which we see at night, maybe something related to our life, maybe our hidden ideas which are which we wanted to do or what we think, maybe they are based on that. But I don't think I can choose the dreams what I see at night. But I have one option to dream at daytime. So I prefer to dream at daytime, but what I can achieve, I don't dream much that. I don't think that is very good. If you want to see your success, but I think I'm very realistic. So I don't dream much. Whatever the thing I can achieve, so I plan for that, and that is what I do for my dream. Those are basically normally based on the very simple things to make my life happy and make the other person who are surrounding me make themselves happy. That is the dream I wanted to dream. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Good attempt. Good attempt, Disha. Good. So don't give up on your dreams. So keep sleeping, huh? Just kidding. So dreams are good, huh? So next is Diana from Uganda.
Yes, Omer. Yes, Omar.
Yes, long time no see. Huh? So your topic
Oh,
is. So your topic is if a movie was made on your life, what genre it would be, genre it would be, and who would play you? If
I
your
beg your
movie
pardon?
is if a movie is played on made on your life, what genre it would be, and who would play you? I will put it in the chat.
Wow, that would be a very good privilege. That would be a very good privilege for a movie to be acted in my to respect me or to recognize me. The genre would be that's a nice one. What genre would it be? It would be like Mother Teresa. It would be Mother Teresa a little bit. It would be Princess Diana a little bit, and then it would also have bits and pieces of okay. The genre would be drama. I don't know if you've watched I even can't really, I can't tell, but it would be a drama for sure. Who would be the best? Taraji Penson would be very expensive. There would be sparkles and pieces of Viola. What's her name? Viola Adams, the one who acted like How to Get Away with Murder. And I'm sure there'll be lots of English like they speak in the Bridgerton. I don't know if you watched it. So there will be lots of kindness, there will be lots of understanding, a lot of mediation, there'll be a lot of talking about choosing your battles wisely. And yeah, I think that's what it would be a drama, and that would be it. And you'll hear a lot of a teacher trying to talk to parents to stop bringing up their children with no motivation, with no perseverance. There'll be a lot of motivation. There'll be a lot of like boot camp type. So it would be a very interesting one. And I'm sure it would leave many people with open eyes, and they'll be surprised with the results. The results will definitely pay off for a few who will pick a leaf from it. And it would show the world that we all need to believe in peace and harmony. And life has a lot to do about second opportunities. Back to you, to Toastmaster Omar.
Okay, interesting. You wanted to be drama and all. Interesting. But you did not tell who you would play your character. Huh?
It is very hard for sure.
Yes, okay, no issues. So well done, very good attempt. And we have with us Geeta. Geeta, are you there? Geeta Kashyap.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
So Geeta, your topic is easy one. If you could be on a reality show, which one would you choose and why? If you could be on a reality show, which one would you choose and why?
Thank you so much for the topic. If I would be in a reality show, I would certainly choose the ones where there is a mixture of music, songs, and speeches. I would love to give speeches there. I would like to show, I would really want that there should be a reality show. I do not know whether it is there. A little bit of drama, songs, because I am basically a very artistic person. I am artistic. I had always wanted to be, when I was a kid, when I was just out of my college, I wanted to be into acting. I went for the audition. Luckily, I got a chance and I went for the audition. But I was so nervous. I was so scared seeing the lights and the cameras that I just wanted to run away from there. I was so scared. So now, if I get a chance again, I would certainly want to be into that. I would want to be into drama, into music. I loved singing, though I have never enhanced I had been appreciated for my melodious voice. People had been telling me in my college and school days, but somehow I've never got into a proper training. So now if I get an opportunity, I would love to do that. I would love to go for music classes and then into a reality show. And because reality shows are something which will take out the talents. During our times, we did not have, when we were kids, we did not have any reality shows. No doubt, there's a lot of criticism regarding reality shows, also, especially for children. If children are put into reality shows, they suffer a lot, a number of times. There are adverse effects of reality shows. Children do suffer. They miss their classes and they get arrogant and they get, there are lots of news about it. But today, I've seen that people are getting into reality shows and their hidden latent talents do come out because of the reality shows. So let us accept life with both adversities and prosperities. So though there are some drawbacks, there are a number of positive things also. So with that, I end. Over to you, table topic next. Thank you.
Interesting, Geeta. So you want to be a musical and dancing reality show. Great. So Zainab is there. Zainab.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. So Zainab, your topic is if the universe is just a simulation. If the universe is just a simulation, what update or patch does it need? If universe is just a simulation, what update or a patch does it need? Over to you, Rita. I put it in a chat also.
First of all, I would like to wish everyone a very good evening, and I hope everyone's doing well. So this is quite a peculiar topic if the universe is just a simulation, what update or patch does it need? I feel like I would be the least tech savvy person to answer this because I'm genuinely really bad with technology. The only software updates are due to any of my electronics are the one that keep beeping up on my screen and keep interrupting me. So I don't think I would be very apt to respond to this. But if the universe would be a stimulation, I would say it's already perfect in all of its aspects because I feel nature is self-healing. It doesn't really need updates or patches. And it is self-sufficient enough. And I feel that it's almost witty in a certain aspect that in nature, what goes around comes around back to its center point. And I feel that's one way of how I think life and everything works. You start at a point, and somewhere in your life, be it how much growth have you done, or how much you think you have moved forward. You just run back in a circle, right back to the starting point. Because if you think about it, you started as nothing because you were nothing more than a speck of dust. And within a few years or decades, all of us will be nothing more than a speck of dust under someone else's shoes who will think, oh, he's on his way to achieve greatness. Because that's how all the circle moves. And I feel this is one of those things that which makes me question our life and reality, and which does almost make me believe in all of these conspiracy theories that you see on YouTube and all of these different TV shows, for example, National Geographic and all of those things, which tell you that how this whole world is nothing but a conspiracy and how some things might be controlled by aliens, or it might be Illuminati, or it might be lizard people, because you can find all sorts of things on the internet if you're looking for things. So I feel like these are one of the things that intrigue me so much and make me keep on reading on, not believing, but just enjoying how people's thought process work and till what extent they work. And if the universe were a simulation, I feel the only update that dark thing needs right now is something against global warming because it's getting really hot from wherever I'm logging in, and it's getting really unbearable to the stomach. So I just hope that's the only feature update that I get soon. But other than that, I think it's pretty perfect. And that would be it. Thank you so much.
Interesting take, Zainab. Your thoughts? And of course, conspiracy theories. I see Illuminatis are there also, and Freemasons, and occult societies. So much is going on. So let's see. Anu, Vanjiku is there. Vanjiku. Vanjiku Mungai. Munjai or Mungai. I don't know. Vanjiku, are you there? No. So we move on to Anuja. Anuja.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. Vanjiku is here.
Okay.
1 minute. Okay. Vanjiku. So your topic is, you want to turn the video on? Vanjiku. Yeah, video. Okay, voice. You are on mute.
There.
So Vanjiku, your topic is, what weird thing do you have nostalgia for? What weird thing you have nostalgia for?
Weird thing.
Yes.
Wow, what a topic. I think the one most weird thing that I have nostalgia for is eating and eating and eating while I am pregnant, and sleeping while I am pregnant. Very weird things because I love to work hard and I play hard and I like to keep fit. However, when you're pregnant, there's just a way the blankets look so snuggly and they keep you warm. And there's just a way food is just that thing that you need to keep nice, warm, and cuddly. Still, not all food smells good. You don't want to work hard to make that food, but you just want to enjoy it. So if I was to pick one thing, I would pick two: food and sleeping while I am pregnant. Over to you, Toastmaster Farouk Awan.
Wonderful, Vanjiku. Interesting thoughts. Great. So we have Anuja with us. Anuja.
Yeah,
Anuja,
hello everyone.
yes. So Anuja, your topic is, what is your favorite Disney hero or heroine? Would you trade places with them? What is your favorite Disney hero or heroine? Would you trade places with them?
Actually, you're not audible properly. Can you just type the topic in the chat
I,
box?
I, I put it in the chat also.
How? Okay, okay, fine. Just a second. So not really. I am someone who don't like Disney World or Cartoon Network or something like. I'm someone who lives in reality worlds and don't like much about something like actors and actresses.
You want another topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what's your one favorite line from a book or a movie? What is your one favorite line from a book or a movie, and why?
Okay, so here's a thing like we all like many of us has read a book called Ikigai, the Japanese secret to live long and happier life. So there's a sentence in the book or saying that we should listen to our elders. Now this is something that has really changed my world. Like I was 16 when I read this book, and this sentence made me realize that we are someone in this generation, being 18-year-old, that I understood that we somehow don't bother about others' feeling. Like in running world, we always think about just us, and we think that we know everything and anything about going things. But this book and this sentence says that we should take some knowledge and some useful secrets or some tips or strategies to live life or live happier life. So that was a day when I went to my grandparents, like they are no more, but I was 16 at that time. Then they really gave me some cool strategies which are helping me today, and I'm really happy about that. So yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, Anuja. Great thoughts, and I loved your answer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we have Pragya with us. Just came in. Pragya is very lucky one. She always comes at the end and gets a topic also. Toastmaster Pragya.
Yes, Umar.
Okay, Toastmaster Pragya, your topic.
Can I skip taking a topic today?
Why? No, you should get a topic.
I just joined to listen.
Huh?
I just joined to listen.
No, you can get a topic, no issues. You can turn on the video if you want.
Okay.
There is Pragya. She's gone?
Can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you. So Pragya, your topic is, if you were a breed of dog, what would you be and why? If you were a breed of dog, what would you be and why? I put it in a short manner in the chat.
German Shepherds.
Oh.
One of the breed which I have loved, lived with, and enjoyed their company. Although I was one person who used to be dead scared of dogs. When I was a kid, I used to be totally opposite directions if a dog was there. But when I went for my graduation, it was a boarding. As I entered, there were two big German shepherds standing right at the door, waiting for every single new joinee as if they were waiting for their ragging. More than our seniors were interested to rag us, I suppose these two were. I was dead scared. I said, I can't study in this college if the dogs are in the college. I can't stay in this hostel if the dogs are roaming around near my room. But I had to, because I had paid the whole fee and I had no other college to go to. We somehow decided to live in harmony. But as I got to know them, both their names were typical common names, Raja and Chotu. I still remember them after 10, 12 years. They were so loving dogs and they were just like me. Choosy, selective, somebody who would easily get irritated, somebody who would love fun, somebody who would get, who would be angry soon, pampered soon. Everything was same. When I went for my first break in that college for the summers, and I came back, both of them were sitting like this. As I entered the college gate, I couldn't see them smiling. I couldn't see them running towards me. And first time ever, I understood that dogs feel bad too. They get angry too. Because when I was leaving, I did not say a bye to them. So when I'm coming, they decided not to say a hi to me this time. So I would say that if I have to select a breed who perfectly fits me, would be two loving German shepherds. And if I can get them back, probably I would love to get them back here, but they love that college in a hostel a lot and they're still there. I still go and meet them. And that's what I call sheer, pure form of love. Over to you, Toastmaster Omar.
We have a German Shepherd here also. So, good answer. This was Pragya. We have Naveed now with us. Naveed, our timer. Oh, Naveed. Naveed, your topic is, who will be timing Naveed? Anybody can go with their own, no issues. So let's have Naveed's topic. Naveed, your topic, if you could choose any person from the history to be your imaginary friend, who would it be and why? If you could choose any person from the history to be your imaginary friend, who would it be and why?
Thank you very much, TM Omar, and good evening to all around the world. My topic is if I could choose any person from history to be your imaginary friend, who would it be and why? Well, recently I came across one story about Socrates. It was a really interesting story, and then I bought a book about it to understand his life. It was that there were many students of Socrates, and they were talking with each other that who is the wisest person alive nowadays. And there were many people who were saying the name of Socrates. And there was one person who was working in temple, and they don't lie whenever they talk. So the Socrates heard that the temple person is saying that I am the wisest person, and they usually don't tell lie. So what happened that he thought that am I was wise, that much wise that people are saying that I'm the wisest person in the world. So he kept running and roaming around and
Naveed got stuck.
Frozen?
And Naveed is, I think, stuck. Okay, no issues. DTM Amjad, it's your turn.
Sure, sir.
Okay, he's here? No. I think he has left. No issues. Ditya Amjad, your topic is, what's the worst advice you have been given? What's the worst advice you have ever been given?
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. What is the worst advice I was given? Ladies and gentlemen, the worst advice I was given by somebody that wait, wait for your turn. It will take 5, 7, 10 years to reach somewhere you want to reach. And I did not accept it. I laughed, smiled, and just walked out. Then I stopped that path. I took another path and I reached even further to that position. And I mean it. Choice is yours. If you want to waste your entire life and at the age of 60 or 70 or 50, you want to reach somewhere when you have no energy, when you have no life, no, enthusiasm, but just following the rules by book. Better give yourself another chance, find another version, find another way, try to mold yourself and do it. And I have tried it and I have achieved different things in my life. And I'm very happy actually about everything what I'm doing in my life. And its choice is yours. What do? You just follow the rat race people are following and they're telling you, okay, Amjad. But in family system, I always appreciate and encourage follow your elders. But outside, no way. Because in your family, you did not choose them. You have to abide. When your parents are alive, always give them priority, give them leadership role, let them decide. You just be the follower. When you become that position, you take the decision. Let others follow you. But outside, they are not your family. You chose them. You decide whatever you want to live. So, ladies and gentlemen, the worst advice I was given was wait for 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. Wait for your turn. Go with small steps. And I did not think these steps were good for me because now you're not living that era where you have to waste 30 years of life and reach somewhere. Today, you are living in an era which is technological, where everything happens kind of overnight. I'm using this word for the just explanation. Things happen actually, miracles happen. Youngsters are leading the nations. So now you can lead the nation if you think you have a spark. If you think you have to just follow the line, then you're just wasting your energy and life and time. Thank you so much. Back to you, sir.
Wonderful thoughts, Ditya Amjad. And yes, it's a very true advice. And bad advice, you can say that. You should not wait for you should make things happen, not wait for things to happen. Great. So with this, we have come to the end of the table topic session.
All right. Who is waiting to give a
No.
topic to Toastmaster Umar? Anybody?
Nobody.
Okay, let me just give you a topic.
Okay.
Toastmaster Umar, your topic is if you have a choice to take rebirth, which country or city would you choose to take rebirth at?
Okay. If I had to choose a country to take rebirth in, I would still choose Pakistan. And I would like to stay there. It is nothing that it will change or anything. So we should always have that honor and love for our own country. It doesn't matter maybe the governments are bad or anything. I believe Pakistan is one of the most beautiful countries in the world and a peaceful country. And they have a peaceful, loving, and very hospitable people there. Most well-paying, most warm-hearted people are there in Pakistan. When you see places, beautiful places, rivers, valleys, and glaciers, and all those lakes, you'll see, oh, this is Switzerland. Oh, this is Mauritius. This is like the beaches and all this thing. But no, that is actually the Pakistan, real Pakistan. The loving, caring, and genuine people. And those who welcome everybody with whole heart. They have no anything bad in their heart for people. So that is what true picture of Pakistan is. It's the media may say a lot of things or their negative things are happening, but it doesn't mean that you can trust that media. No, media give you only the one side of the story, not the other side. So I always say that if you want to be educated, turn off the TV, read some books, do your own research, and study the country on your own. Don't take others' opinions, what they say about any country, unless you have met them by your own experience. Then you'll come to know what those people are all about and what that country holds and unfolds for you when you arrive there. So I believe if I had the option to be born again, I would be born in Pakistan. Maybe in the northern areas, the beautiful hills and Narankaran valleys and Kailash and all the Swat Valley. I call Swat is the Switzerland of Asia. And such beautiful lakes and all this. I cherish them. So maybe I dream to have a live in a place being an introvert myself to live off the grid, have a farmhouse and have my own orchard and like garden, live in that kind of place, pure life, like a genuine like freshness is there. That kind of life is that we should always strive to have. No materialism, no noise of the daily distortions and everything. So that's what we should strive and thrive for. And that's what Pakistan is all about in real. And that's where I would like to born again. Over to you, Topic Master.
Very well done. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Umar Farooq. Really appreciate for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we manage our shows at Global Impromptu Forum. Let's go to Toastmaster Naveed for a timing report. Toastmaster Naveed, over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, there are lots of people, and first of all, the speaker was TM Farida ma'am, and she talked about 2 and 59 seconds. TM Ansh 1 minute 34 seconds. TM Sharman 2 minutes 6 seconds. TM Aksha 1 minute 10 seconds. TM Chayan 1 minute 53 seconds. TM JC 1 minute 42 seconds. TM Ghala 2 minutes 15 seconds. TM Sunita 2 minutes. TM Sunit 54 seconds. TM Yaska Deva 2 minutes 7 seconds. TM Ram 1 minute 39 seconds. TM Sapna 1 minute 7 seconds. TM Jaya 1 minute 39. TM Puneet 2 minute 28 seconds. TM Denisha 2 minute 20 seconds. TM Diana 2 minute 47 seconds. TM Geeta 2 minute 30 seconds. TM Zainab 2 minute 37 seconds. TM 1 Jibu 1 minute 13 seconds. TM Anuja 1 minute 16 seconds. And TM Pargia 2 minutes 16 seconds. And TM Umar 225 seconds. And I was unable to see timing of TM Amjad. His hair light was off. So thank you very much.
I'm happy your light was off while I was speaking. You would have disqualified me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for these two gentlemen, Toastmaster Naveed as a timer and Toastmaster Vidi Umar Farooq as the host and the topics master. A big hand for both of you. With that power vested in me as a host of this meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Stay blessed, stay positive, not corona positive, but positive in life. Bye-bye.